Bosnian pyramids and the Great Pyramid of Giza. Beneath the green hills of Bosnia, some say there's a secret the world is not ready to face. Colossal pyramids, older than any in Egypt, humming with strange energies, aligned to the stars, and perhaps linked by forgotten technology to the Great Pyramid of Giza. Officially, these hills are natural formations, but to those who've walked their slopes and ventured into the tunnels beneath, the truth feels far stranger. In 2005, Bosnian-American researcher Semir Osmanagić stood on the slopes of Visocica Hill, just outside the town of Visoko, and had a revelation. From the valley floor, the hill sides formed near-perfect triangles, aligned, he claimed, with the cardinal points. He determined the structure to be man-made and declared it the Pyramid of the Sun. Rising 720 feet high, it was one-third taller than the Great Pyramid. To the west, another pyramid-shaped hill was found, and beyond, more. Osmanagić named them the Pyramid of the Moon, the Pyramid of the Dragon, and the Temple of Earth, an ancient complex that he said stretched across the valley, rivaling Giza in both scale and mystery. Osmanagić believes these structures are at least 12,000 years old, possibly 34,000, built when most of Europe lay under ice. Excavations led by his foundation have revealed massive stone blocks he says are concrete, tested, he claims, to be 5 times stronger than anything modern engineers can produce. One French material scientist even concluded that the Bosnian concrete was heated over 500 degrees Celsius, technology that shouldn't have existed 12,000 years ago. In the nearby Ravna tunnels, workers uncovered huge ceramic blocks, aligned in ways set to block harmful radiation while boosting, quote, beneficial energy. At the summit of the Pyramid of the Sun, Osmanagić reports detecting standing waves traveling faster than light, proof, he says, of a cosmic internet once used for interstellar communication. This is where the links to Giza take root. Both the Bosnian and Great Pyramids are said to be aligned with near-perfect precision to true north. Both are tied in alternative history circles to astronomical alignments, Orion for Giza, the Pleiades for Bosnia, possibly forming nodes in the planetary energy grid. And both are wrapped in legends of advanced ancient technology, from Giza's rumored power plant properties to Bosnia's healing tunnels. Mainstream archaeology is blunt. The pyramids are natural flat-iron hills, shaped by millions of years of geological processes. The blocks are fractured sandstone and conglomerate. In their view, any alignments are coincidental. Yet such conclusions have not stopped hundreds of thousands of visitors from coming, drawn by curiosity, hope, and the thrill of touching something the experts say shouldn't exist. Whether they're natural wonders wrapped in myth or the weathered remnant of a forgotten civilization, the hills of Visoko and the Great Pyramid of Giza are now forever linked in the minds of those searching for the fingerprints of the ancients. And if Osmanagić is right, we may be looking at twin monuments built thousands of years before recorded history, still pulsing with the energy of a lost world. Bucegi Sphinx and the Great Sphinx of Giza. Every year, on the 28th of November, as the sun begins its descent over Romania's Bucegi Plateau, hundreds of people brave blizzards and biting winds to witness a strange miracle. At sunset, golden rays fall onto a weathered rock formation shaped like a human head, known as the Bucegi Sphinx, and appear to form a perfect glowing pyramid of light. Pilgrims call it a healing force. Scientists call it coincidence, but others see it as evidence of a deeper mystery, one that stretches from the heart of Romania to the sands of Egypt. The Bucegi Sphinx rises 2,216 meters above sea level, its profile etched into sandstone by millennia of erosion, or so geologists say. But to others, it's a monolithic statue, deliberately sculpted by an ancient civilization. It wasn't even called the Sphinx until 1936, when its resemblance to the Guardian of Giza sparked speculation in local newspapers. The resemblance, some claim, is more than symbolic. According to Romania's most gifted psychic, an energetic torrent flows between the two monuments, a stream of power, identical in frequency, linking the two as twin transmitters of a lost technology. The mountains around the Sphinx are no less strange. Legends speak of a vast network of underground tunnels spanning Romania and linking mountain peaks revered by ancient Dacian tribes in what mystics called the Golden Triangle. During World War II, the Nazis attempted to drill straight through the Bucegi for a secret rail tunnel. They were stopped by war, or perhaps something unexplained lurked deeper. In 1985, the Romanian secret police sealed one of the entrances with explosives. Locals say that the mountain had swallowed 100 workers alive. In 1993, the region was rocked by a swarm of shallow earthquakes. They struck at precise times over the course of several days, 3 a.m. and 8 p.m., and always with a subterranean roar. Villagers in Bosnia suffered from static shocks, insomnia, and strange euphoria, but no one could explain the tremors, or why they stopped as suddenly as they had begun. Around the Sphinx, believers claim that reality itself seems to warp. In nearby Valea Alba, cameras reset on their own, and people faint from unseen energy. On the Yepimichi Trail, hikers are said to vanish into a fog-bound phantom path and reappear days later, bruised and broken, kilometers away. Locals call these places gates to heaven. Others believe they're time portals or remnants of a technology left behind by extraterrestrials. The Sphinx has no written history, no tomb beneath it, no king to name. Whether carved by wind or intention, it anchors a mythology that refuses to fade. A stone face turned skyward, waiting for something or someone to return. Bosnian giant sphere and the Diki spheres. A colossal stone orb buried deep in a Bosnian forest, a near-perfect sphere carved by unknown hands, pulsing with iron and mystery. Thousands of miles away, its twins, half buried in Costa Rican soil. Same shape, same mystery, and possibly, if one researcher is to be believed, the same origin. Were these spheres created by a foreign civilization, a lost Atlantean race, or are they the relics of something not entirely human? In 2016, an enormous stone sphere was unearthed in Podgorica, Bosnia. Measuring nearly 5 feet across and weighing over 30 tons, it was yet another mystery discovered by Semir Osmanagić, who's been called the Bosnian Indiana Jones. He claimed it could be the largest man-made sphere ever found. Its rust-colored surface hints at unusually high iron content, something Osmanagić insists was no accident, but a deliberate choice. His theory, that the sphere was created by an advanced European civilization over 1,500 years ago, one that has since vanished from history. Osmanagić has spent decades studying these orbs. He's documented over 80 spherical stones across Bosnia, many destroyed by looters who believed ancient gold was hidden inside. Only 8 remain in their original locations. What they represent remains unexplained, but Osmanagić believes their shape was no accident. Spheres, he says, were revered for their energy, healing, resonance, power. The Bosnian sphere bears an uncanny resemblance to another global mystery, the Diki spheres of Costa Rica. Over 300 of them have been discovered across the jungle floor, perfectly round, weighing up to 15 tons, aligned with celestial events, and dating back to at least 800 AD. Mainstream archaeologists believe Costa Rica's spheres were status symbols or boundary markers created by the now extinct Dikis culture. But myths say otherwise. According to legend, they were fired from the heavens by the god Tara to fight off hurricane spirits. Others believe the spheres may have charted the stars or served as alien navigation tools. Osmanagić believes these twin anomalies are part of a global pattern. He's documented similar spheres in Mexico, Easter Island, and the Canary Islands. He suggests they weren't just artifacts, but components of an ancient energy grid, a cosmic internet built with technology we don't yet understand. Skeptics claim the Bosnian sphere is nothing more than a natural concretion, but even they admit its precision, weight, and iron content are unusual. Could these twin artifacts, Bosnia and Costa Rica, be echoes of a forgotten global order? Columbus and the Laos Plain of Jars. Scattered across the mist-covered hills of Laos and hidden deep in the jungles of Sulawesi, Indonesia, lie two mysterious fields of stone. Giant jars, some weighing over 20 tons, dot the landscape, silent, weathered, and empty. Thousands of miles apart, yet eerily similar, these artifacts raise the same chilling question: who built them, and what were they used for? Archaeologists say they're ancient burial vessels, but local legends speak of kings, giants, and curses. Some even believe they're the forgotten remnants of a lost civilization, one that may have once spanned continents. In northern Laos, more than 3,000 megalithic jars are strewn across the Xiang Quang Plateau. Some stand nearly 10 feet tall, carved from sandstone, granite, even dense limestone. Dating as far back as 1240 BCE, their creators remain unknown. Burial pits, cremated bones, and shattered relics surround them, but the jars themselves, empty. Their immense size and weight suggest the builders had access to advanced tools or knowledge we no longer understand. Local myth says a race of giants created them to store rice wine after a victorious battle. Other stories claim the jars were formed from a primitive cement mix and fired in an ancient cave kiln. But archaeologists remain divided. The jars are too large, too numerous, and too remote for simple explanations. Nearly 2,000 miles away, in Indonesia's Bada Valley, the land tells a similar story. Here, Kalambas, massive circular stone vats, rest under the jungle canopy. Many still bear lids. Others are decorated with strange faces and carvings of monkeys and lizards. Local tribes believe they were used by kings, not for burial, but for bathing, or even punishment. One legend claims a criminal was turned into stone, his statue now standing with deep gouges, punishment inflicted by his victims. Another tells of a village guardian turned to stone for stealing rice. Locals say some statues move on their own, others disappear entirely. Excavations at nearby Pocacea reveal Columbus held the cremated remains of elite families. Some even show signs of tooth modification and ritual sacrifice. UNESCO notes their similarities: massive stone jars, funerary uses, and strange iconography. Some archaeologists propose both sites belong to a larger, forgotten jar burial tradition across Southeast Asia. But others go further, claiming both are relics of an ancient civilization erased from history, one that may have possessed lost technologies or hosted beings of incredible size. The jars remain, the people are gone, and the truth is still buried. Sacsayhuaman Walls and Cyclopean Walls. Hidden high in the Peruvian Andes and perched above the hills of ancient Greece, two impossible walls defy history. One is the jagged crown of the Inca Empire, Sacsayhuaman, built from 200-ton stones hauled 22 miles from distant quarries, shaped so precisely that not even a blade of grass fits between them. The other is Mycenae, the Greek fortress whose boulders are so vast that ancient storytellers claimed only the one-eyed giants, the Cyclopes, could have set them in place. But look closer, and patterns emerge. The complex stone shapes, the mortarless joins, the uncanny resistance to earthquakes. To some researchers, these are not coincidences, but the fingerprints of twin creations on opposite sides of the world. Mainstream archaeology holds that the two cultures developed their walls independently. The Mycenaeans, between 1600 and 1100 BC, stacked massive unworked limestone without mortar. Over 2,000 years later, the Incas built their walls, with chronicler Pedro Cieza de Leon describing armies of 20,000 men hauling stones with leather and cabuya fiber cables. The techniques were different, the tools were primitive, the builders were brilliant, but mortal. And yet, other theories reach further. A lost plant that could soften rock, giant mirrors harnessing the sun's heat, or even otherworldly engineers. Hyperdiffusionists like David Hatcher Childress see a single ancient megalithic culture, perhaps Atlantis, spreading its knowledge across oceans. Graham Hancock calls them the fingerprints of a vanished Ice Age civilization. Ancient astronaut theorists suggest alien technology. Myths of giant builders appear in both hemispheres, Cyclopes in Greece, and towering supernatural beings in Andean legend. Some researchers detect astronomical coding in Sacsayhuaman's layout, angles corresponding to lunar and solar cycles, suggesting the site was more than a fortress. Could both citadels have been observatories in a shared prehistoric network? Even today, both walls conceal secrets. Beneath Sacsayhuaman lie vast tunnel networks and monoliths of unknown origin. In Greece, the deepest layers of the Acropolis's foundation show evidence of reconstruction phases, perhaps built atop even older ruins. 2 walls, 2 worlds, 1 mystery. Were they truly built by separate hands? Are these twin artifacts proof of a lost global civilization, or merely a coincidence? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for watching Dark 5. Like and subscribe to continue exploring the greatest mysteries of this world and beyond.